Do you honestly think that I killed my wife?
I think there's more that you're not revealing.
Mercy, directed by Timur Bekmambetov, starring Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson. A detective accused of murdering his wife must prove his innocence to an AI judge within 90 minutes.
If you commit a capital crime, you have 90 minutes to prove your innocence to an AI judge, or you will be executed.
Hey there, whoa there, it's Rogue here. I went into this movie completely blind, and I walked out of it thinking to myself, that just might be my favorite Chris Pratt movie. As you can tell, I enjoyed it. Let's go ahead and start with the positives.
My name is Detective Christopher Raven. We live in a world where murderers walk free, in a justice system bogged down by red tape and human error.
This is Chris Pratt at his best. As I mentioned, this just might be my favorite movie of his. I need to let the hype settle, but it's between Mercy and the Tomorrow War. This is Chris Pratt at his best. He gets to be the leading man, the hero, but without having to rely on being funny. He's giving a really good performance here. I was rooting for his character throughout the film. He is mostly giving a straight performance in this movie, and he is absolutely crushing it. I'm invested in his character all the way through, which is really saying something because his character is strapped into a chair for majority of the film, so his physical performance is very limited. And there's also bits of comic relief sprinkled throughout, so you do get a little bit of that funniness that is to be expected from Chris Pratt, but that is just sprinkled throughout. I like when Chris Pratt steps out of his comfort zone because he's actually a pretty good actor. I hope he continues to take more roles like this.
That all ends with Mercy, a judicial system powered by artificial intelligence with access to every camera, cell phone, and database.
Rebecca Ferguson is the AI judge, and I think this was perfect casting. As I've mentioned in previous reviews, I like when they cast ridiculously good-looking people to play AI characters because that just makes sense. That just feels right. Now, because this is an AI character, Rebecca Ferguson is giving a more subtle performance. There's not a lot of emotion on her face, nor in the tone of her voice, but I felt like that worked. This AI judge is no nonsense, straight to business. Rebecca Ferguson is giving a subtle but intimidating performance as the AI judge. I think she did a really good job of adding to the tension without overacting. Towards the end of the film, she does get to expand her emotional range just a little bit, not too much. Despite the subtle performance, I felt like Rebecca Ferguson and Chris Pratt had great chemistry with each other. I would actually like to see them do another movie together.
If you commit a capital crime, you have 90 minutes to prove your innocence to an AI judge, or you will be executed.
I think that the plot of this movie is so fun, so original, and it perfectly captures the time we are currently living in, right? AI is everywhere, it seems like. And the thought of AI being in charge of a court of law, as scary as that is, it doesn't seem like a stretch of reality given the world we're currently living in. So I thought this was such a fun idea for a plot. As I mentioned, I went into this movie completely blind, so the world building in the opening scene was exactly what I needed, and it perfectly set the tone for what was to come. I also like the social commentary on innocent people being found guilty and guilty people walking free. I thought that was nice social commentary on our current legal system and also justifies the Mercy program, the need for AI in a court of law. So I thought the writing was pretty good there. This movie does take place in the year 2029, so there are some futuristic elements, but it's mostly the world as we know it currently. I really like that because it feels futuristic, but it also feels grounded in our current reality. But that's more so in the background. The main plot of this film is a murder mystery, a classic whodunit. There is a timer counting in the background, which adds to the tension. I thought that was very well done. Now, I did watch this movie in theaters, so I could not look at my phone, but it does seem to be the countdown is happening in real time. It does seem like that 90 minutes is accurate, which I really liked. I think that was a really fun, creative decision. I like when countdowns are accurate like that.
We live in a world where murderers walk free in a justice system bogged down by red tape and human error. That all ends with mercy.
I like that there are lots of twists and turns as the mystery is unraveling. This is definitely a edge of your seat thriller. I also like that they didn't go the traditional route of AI is bad, AI wants to take over the world. There are no Terminator vibes here. I really enjoyed this movie. I think Mercy is a must watch. Honestly, it's movies like this that make me love cinema so much and appreciate the art of filmmaking. This is going to end up being in my top 5 of the year. I really enjoyed Mercy. But with that said, it is not a perfect movie. There are a couple flaws, so let's go ahead and jump into the negatives.
Detective Raven, I'm Judge Maddox, and this is the Mercy Capital Court. Who is court today charged with the murder of your wife. If you are innocent, prove it.
The third act of this movie is a little bit confusing just because things are moving so quickly. It's one thing after another, after another, after another, after another, after another. There wasn't room to breathe or fully process what was happening. I feel like I need to watch this movie for a second time to really put together the puzzle pieces to see the bigger picture. Like, it made sense, but it just happened so quickly that I wasn't able to fully understand. And in that same heartbeat, my final negative is going to be pacing issues. Usually on my channel, when I talk about pacing issues, it's because a movie is moving too slow. But here in Mercy, the third act is moving too fast. They needed to slow it down, give some of those twists and turns time to breathe, time for the audience to catch up, because it's happening real fast. And it's one thing after another, after another, after another, after another. It's like, oh my goodness, slow it down, please. Just a little bit. Overall, though, I really enjoyed Mercy. I think this movie is an absolute must watch. This is a movie that makes me love cinema, makes me love going to the cinema. You know, this is art, in my opinion. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I am going to give Mercy a Rogue Reviews 8.75 out of 10.
Do you honestly think that I killed my wife?
I think there's more that you're not revealing.
Join my Rogues Gallery by clicking the subscribe button. Give this video a like and leave a comment down below to show your support. You can also become a member of my channel, perks coming soon, and follow me on Instagram at Alexis Has Gone Rogue.